Happy Walk Day, everybody. I am Sarah Arminiak, Take Steps Manager from the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. I am honored to officially welcome you to our 2021 Southeast Michigan Take Steps presented by Medical Weight Loss Clinic. And before we get any further into this program, I am thrilled to announce that we have officially exceeded our goal of $130,000 raised through Take Steps for the IBD community. We are so thankful and proud to be part of a team that worked so tirelessly over this last year to hit this goal. That just means we are able to move forward on working for cures, supporting our IBD patients, caregivers, everybody involved in the IBD community. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so very much. Now it's time to talk about our event. While this hybrid event is not completely back to our traditional walk, we are excited to have you here for our Road Rally hybrid walk. We hope that you have a great time today and are able to chat with our sponsors. Enjoy your goodie bag, but make sure you check it. One lucky bag has a golden ticket that will earn them one of our raffle baskets. We hope you take some team photos over by the Take Steps Arch, and if you choose to, walk the route that's marked for you. At this time, I would like to introduce Mayor Siver of the great city of Southfield to say a few words.
Hello, this is Southfield Mayor Ken Siver. We want to welcome you back to the city of Southfield, and we're very pleased to be hosting once again the Crohn's and Colitis Take Steps Walk. Thanks for supporting this important cause.
Thank you, Mayor Siver. We appreciate you opening up your city to us and supporting the IBD community. We are 100% committed to finding a cure and ways to better help and serve those living with IBD. That is why we are here today to drive, walk, fundraise, and support our local Southeast Michigan IBD community. To all the patients here today, you are the reason we fundraise and walk. Your strength is an inspiration to us all, and we are so proud to support you. An estimated 70,000 new cases of IBD are diagnosed every year, and it's believed that more than 80,000 children in the U.S. live with these diseases. These are staggering statistics. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation will not stop until there is a cure for IBD, but it cannot happen without funding research. Your effort to help raise awareness and funds is critical to support the work of the foundation. Here are some examples of what that work involves: accelerating the pace of research, leveraging years of major foundational research investments, catalyzing critical research in new domains, inspiring and engaging patients and caregivers in the country's largest IBD community, and building resiliency and empowering patients to take charge of their care. You are here today because you or someone you know is affected by IBD. You are officially part of the Take Steps community and family. If you are new to Take Steps, we welcome you with open arms. Our promise to you is that we are exploring every avenue possible to improve the lives of everyone living with IBD. We know how important this is to all of you because every person here today knows someone whose life has been impacted by Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. Thank you for trusting us with this crucial mission. At this time, I would like to welcome our 2021 Pediatric Honored Hero, Ethan Stiller, and his mom, Tabitha, to share his story about the impact Crohn's disease has had on his life.
Hi everyone, my name is Ethan, and I am here with my mom, Tabitha. My family and I make up the team Ethan's Avengers. I am 13 years old and live in Howell, where I will be an 8th grader in August. I love to shoot archery, and I compete with my team on a national level. I also enjoy camping and riding my four-wheeler. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when I was 9 years old. I had been really sick for a few months, and doctors could not figure out what was the cause. After a week in the hospital and many tests, my diagnosis was confirmed. In order to keep my Crohn's in remission, I receive my medication by infusion every 8 weeks. I am very lucky that my medication keeps me healthy and lets me live like a normal teenager. One of my favorite things made possible by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation is Camp Oasis. It was a virtual camp last year due to the pandemic, but I was able to attend 1 year in person. It was so much fun. I got to attend overnight camp with kids just like me for a week. I hope sometime soon to be back there.
Hi everyone, my name is Tabitha and I am Ethan's mom. As parents, the Crohn's diagnosis was very scary for us. There were so many unknowns, but we were lucky to have Ethan's team of doctors refer us to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. We were so fortunate for this, as it helped answer so many questions. It also helped link us to local support groups for parents and patients. This is how we found Take Steps. Your support means so much to us. Thank you to everyone who supported Ethan's Avengers, and thank you to each of you for coming today. You will never know the number of patients and their families you are supporting. Thank you and have fun.
Thank you, Ethan and Tabitha, and thank you to the entire Stiller and Edmond family for all that they do for our community. We wouldn't be able to do what we do in our community without supporters and volunteers. To all of you that walk, fundraise, and support our community and patients, thank you. Now we want to toss things over to our 2021 Adult Honored Hero, Melanie Roma. Melanie and her family are incredible supporters for many years, and she is here to share today her story and journey with Crohn's disease. Please welcome Melanie.
I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when I was just 6 years old. At the time of my diagnosis, I didn't know of anybody else that had IBD, so I felt very alone. My initial symptoms were abdominal pain, headaches, diarrhea, and blood in my stool. Because my diagnosis was 17 years ago, I can't remember every little detail. But what I do remember is being in constant pain, always making trips to the hospital, and missing a lot of school. I was put on medication to alleviate my symptoms, sometimes taking as many as 10 pills a day. Unfortunately, those remedies didn't last, so I would move on to infusions and procedures that weren't always pretty. When I was in 5th grade, I needed a PICC line, which meant I had to go to school hooked up to an IV so that I could get my nutrition. A lot of times when someone has a PICC line, they do their feeding at night so they can unhook their IV during the day and move about more freely. My parents were saints though, and would start my feeding in the middle of the night so it would end with my school day. This allowed me to continue playing sports and hang out with my friends. Once the school day was over, I would unhook my IV, put a sock over my port, and then go to practice. Unfortunately, the PICC line was short-lived though, as it didn't help alleviate my symptoms. At this point, I had run through every option to get my Crohn's under control except for surgery. So we scheduled surgery for about 2 months out, but my health was declining too rapidly. I was admitted to the hospital because I was severely dehydrated, and I was extremely underweight and pale from losing too much blood. I was initially supposed to have a colostomy, which means they remove the diseased portion of your colon, but leave the healthy part. When my doctors went in, they realized that my entire colon was too damaged and all of it had to be removed. So that means I now have an ileostomy, which means a portion of my small intestine is sticking out of my abdomen, and I wear a bag over it to collect waste. I was only 11 when I had this surgery, but I wasn't scared because I knew it was the thing that was finally going to make me feel better. It was quite an adjustment though, learning to live with an ostomy, especially since I have to change the bag a few times a week. At the beginning, it would take hours, and it was really frustrating, but now I can do it in about 15 minutes. My life drastically improved after that surgery, and it gave me my quality of life back. The ostomy, however, was supposed to be a temporary solution that could later be reversed, but I had too much scar tissue and damage. So 3 years later, I had a second surgery that officially made it permanent. Throughout high school, I was still having symptoms and constantly going to the doctor's office. My senior year, I had my second major abdominal surgery to remove a mass on my pelvis and some scar tissue. I was out of school for over a month, and I missed out on a lot of experiences. Because of that, I became extremely behind in school, so much so that in May, after the seniors get out early, I was still going in to finish assignments. But by spring of my senior year, I was back on my varsity tennis team, performing a lead role in the school musical, and even going on spring break with my family. I was still having issues that made it hard to get through the day, but that's what we do, is push on. After my tennis season was over, I had another surgery and a summer filled with ER visits. It was a really difficult time for me because I had already missed out on so much that year. But by the fall, I was enrolled at DePauw University for vocal performance and Italian. Throughout those 4 years, I was still having issues, trying new medications, but it was manageable for the most part. In college, I was able to go abroad 3 times, which is something I wasn't sure I'd ever be able to do. Having Crohn's has been really difficult, but there's also been some amazing things that have come from it, especially people. A few years after my diagnosis, my doctor introduced me to Camp Oasis. For the first time, I realized that there was so many other people like me, and I didn't feel alone anymore. Kids my age knew exactly what I was going through, and there's an instant connection when you meet someone who has the same illness as you. Going to Camp Oasis was truly the best week of my life every single summer. Kids that I met when I was 8 years old are still my best friends to this day, and now as an adult I return as a counselor to help facilitate the same life-changing week that I had when I was growing up. This foundation has been a part of my life since my diagnosis, and I want to thank everyone in the Michigan chapter office for their amazing work. I also want to thank all of my friends and family who have supported me through this journey, especially my mom Nancy, my dad Steve, and my sister Claire. This disease is really hard to live with, and it's not always easy, but it does get better. With the support of the foundation, our friends and family, and our doctors, we can still live very fulfilling lives. Thank you to everyone who came out to the walk today and donated so that we could be one step closer to finding a cure. And a special shout out to my team, Team Italia, for being as amazing as always.
Wow. Thank you, Melanie. We are lucky to have such incredible community members and honored heroes like Ethan and Melanie to help us lead the way through the difficulties that IBD brings into our patients' lives. Again, it is due to your commitment that the foundation is able to provide so many resources for our community. I'd like to bring in David Paul, our Michigan Crohn's and Colitis Foundation Board Chair and President of Medical Weight Loss Clinic, to say a few words.
Thank you, Sarah. Hey, everyone. David here. Thank you all so much for coming out today and participating in this incredible event. I hope you are able to enjoy the day and do as much or as little as you're comfortable with. Whether that's simply enjoying the drive-through program or walking, participating in the car decorating, chatting with our sponsors, I hope you are having a fantastic time and enjoy this step back to normalcy. While I know this event isn't back to normal quite yet, I'm incredibly thrilled to have you all here and for us to be able to come together as one big IBD community and celebrate all that we've been through over the past year and gear up for the fun ahead. Thank you and have a great time.
Thank you, David. We are so lucky to have you at the head of our Michigan chapter. Now I want to thank all of our sponsors for their support, as this would not be possible without them. Returning for a third year as our presenting sponsor, Medical Weight Loss Clinic. Also returning this year, we have Meyer Specialty Pharmacy, Henry Ford Transplant, Southfield City Center, Dickinson Wright, Public City PR, AbbVie, Takeda, and Janssen. New this year, we have University Pediatrics and Children's Hospital of Michigan, Go-Go Squeeze, and Bristol Myers Squibb. We are so thankful for all of these sponsors, and I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of them. As you know, this event and everything we do wouldn't be possible without your support. To all of our community members, caregivers, physicians, medical personnel, friends and family, and most importantly, our patients, I want to thank you for all coming out and attending Take Steps this year for Southeast Michigan. Just so you know, now you have the option, once you've finished through the drive-through area, to go park in one of the 2 designated parking lots and go walk the marked route. You also have the option to make sure you vote on the t-shirt contest, take a picture at our Take Steps arch, but most of all, we're just thankful and thrilled to have you all here in person with us today. You can come find me if you have time and we can catch up. If not, I can't wait until next year, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and safe travels home.